Hello, I'm Adam Barnes. Welcome to Project and Portfolio 4. This is week 3. We're ending up milestone 3 with the project end and we're in term July of 2019. Mine is a music trainer app using Shape Notes. Um, Looking at the milestones we had for this particular um, portion of the project, we're in milestone 3. Looking at these, system must show the proper key and time signatures at the start of the musical score. I had that actually worked out in week 2. Number 3 here as well. System must ensure that musical measure constraints remain active and govern user edits to prevent inaccurate combinations. I had most of that worked in week 2, but I have that fully worked out now in week 3. Um, Looking again at this one, system must be able to digitize the composed musical score and store it in a remote database. And I do have the ability to do that. That has been fully implemented and had that compiled into one array. Had a little difficulty figuring out pulling out the array out of the Google Firebase, but had to do a little bit of research and was able to get that accomplished. Another milestone or another objective for milestone 3, system must be able to retrieve a stored musical score and accurately display it in the interactive editable tablature. Yes and no. I'm able to retrieve it. I'm able to display some things on the screen, but all my image views, none of them are populated. I'm not exactly sure why. I've been looking and trying to do some figuring, researching, and looking into why that would be the case, but it will play the musical score. It will display the title and the key, and it will display the composer name, but it will not display any image views, and I'm not sure why that is. So it's a bug there. But and then that was all we had for milestone 3. But then also milestone 2 had some issues with being able to um, uh, play the musical score back accurately, and I still have some issues with timing of that. So was unable to work those bugs out. Um, so that's some issues that we have there as well. So that's something that obviously I'll need to do more polishing on. Looking at my where I spent my time this week, um, basically, I didn't have rescue time for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there's just a little bit of time here on Sunday that I was able to log in, even though there was a lot of time that I spent on it. Monday, 4 hours, software development, 94% was software development. Tuesday, 9.9 hours, oh, sorry, 9 hours and 9 minutes. 94% was in software development in Xcode. Um, Wednesday, same thing, 10 hours, 40 minutes, 91% software development. Thursday, a lot of time on Thursday. Software development, majority of my time, 99% of the time. So looking back, looking at where I spent my time, a lot of software development. Yeah, that would have been nice to spend more time on earlier. I believe I spun my wheels a good bit in getting the images made for the shape notes, also the sounds and getting those tailored in and programmed in right. Had a good bit of trouble getting those to match up and to get those clipped the right way. Would have loved to have a good bit of that time back. I did spend some time trying to make it scalable and scrollable, and so I spent half a day doing that. Was actually felt like it was pretty promising. Then ended up having to pull it out at the end because just couldn't get that to pan out for this project. So then, yeah, I would say that a lot of time was spent. Sometimes spinning my wheels, sometimes finding an issue and then trying to look for a fix for it. Took a little bit of time. So I'd love to have had some of that back. Deploying an app on Google Firebase took a little bit of time and a little bit of research to figure out how to do that. So that was some time I would have loved to have back. Um, and then all the time that I spent trying to work out that playing and that timing issue. That was a lot of time burnt trying to figure that out. But all in all, I think I spent most of my time wisely. There's obviously some issues there that could have been a little bit more efficient. Um, and of course, my day job and family obligations make it to where I don't get as much time as I would love to spend on some of these projects. But yeah, there's the areas that I mentioned are the ones that I would probably change if I had the ability to go back. So let's look at the project here. Let's see here. Go ahead and play this. Okay, so it's dialing up. Here we go. Shape Note Music Trainer. Comes to new composition or load save composition. So we'll go to new composition first. We'll enter in a composer name and a composition title and hit done and go continue. You notice that they do display. You can choose a key. Here we are with the key of C. Go to a quarter note. You can enter in musical scores or put whatever note in you want. Go to half note. Go to whole note. And then of course you can reset. You can hit done. You can change keys if you want. You can delete one if you want. You can add a rest in, and then you can play it. So you can see there where it gets to the half notes and the whole notes is where my timing's off, and I've got to work on that still. Um, but we're fine for the whole note for the quarter notes, but just a little issue there. And then also if you want to say done, you can go done. You can exit without saving. You could save a composition, and I'm going to call it Atom. Let's see, or ARAM. Let's call it Atom. There we go. Autocomplete. Turn, and then we'll say save composition. Now we can go back. It takes us right back to this one here. We can reset them all. You can see it's still playing. So obviously there's a little bug that I've got to work out, trying to figure out what's going on with that. But then to get back and to go to a load composition, you can see the one I just made is right here. So you can open it up, and it brings up two view controllers. I don't know why, and it folds up another one right in front of it with all the information. And you see there's nothing on my musical score. Why? I do not know. But if you hit play, it plays it. But you just can't see any of the image files, and that's something that obviously I have to work through and figure that out. And you could come in and you could edit what you want in here. You can put a note in if you want. Well, of course, I got to hit quarter and see. You can put notes in, and it will, continue doing what you want it to do. But it just doesn't show where the other ones were. So there's some issues there that obviously needs to be worked out. And I've already demonstrated saving. I've demonstrated loading. It just did not load properly. I demonstrated here how you can compose and build you a musical score. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. There's a lot of things that need to be worked out, and like to get that settled. But thank you for entertaining or being entertained by the project. Certainly enjoyed doing it. Just a few things that need to work out, and maybe we can get this ready for something bigger than just a school project. So thank you very much for all your time. Bye.